You think you know Zack Snyder? Well, here's some things you may not have known about the Watchmen director. Zack Snyder began directing in the 1990s as a commercial and music video director. Among the artists Snyder has made videos for are Morrissey, Soul Asylum, and My Chemical Romance. Nike, Reebok, Audi, and several other companies have had commercials directed by Snyder. Snyder even included his Subaru WRX commercial in his remake of Dawn of the Dead. Snyder believes his several years of making commercials prepared him for filmmaking. Quote, making a commercial is a whole different story from making a movie. You can believe in your vision, but in the end, you're selling the product for the client. I'm glad I did the commercials. It allowed me to thicken my skin for dealing with difficulties in movie making. Snyder studied film at the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California, where he met and befriended classmate Michael Bay. No surprise there. Despite his bread and butter being the superhero genre film, having directed Watchmen, 300, Man of Steel, and Batman vs Superman, Snyder firmly believes that the superhero genre will fade away, much like the Western. Though Snyder points out the persistent success of the Batman and Superman characters, he's confident that they will transcend the demise of the superhero genre. Snyder offers this advice to young filmmakers: throw things. Quote, not at people, just for fun, he clarifies. Directing is stressful, and Snyder feels it's very important to relieve that stress before it becomes anger. He expands upon this by saying, quote, on the set, this means football, tennis ball, rock, ball of tape, basically any object, it doesn't matter. Then throw to a person, at an orange cone, to a distant trash can. Again, doesn't matter. At least for me, any version of throwing shit makes even the shortest break relaxing. Snyder also strongly believes in shooting everything himself to retain his perspective throughout the film. Due to this, Snyder does not use a second unit. Retaining his perspective is incredibly important to him. Zack Snyder is no stranger to remakes. His first film after taking leave from making commercials was the 2004 remake Dawn of the Dead. He went on to film the box office hit 300 in 2007. Keeping in line with his strong remakes was his 2009 adaptation of the stellar comic, Watchmen. It was during a story discussion for The Dark Knight Rises that Christopher Nolan got the idea for a modern retelling of the Superman story. Nolan pitched the idea to Warner Brothers and it was picked up. Nolan offered Snyder to direct the film based on his, quote, innate aptitude for dealing with superheroes as real characters. While Zack Snyder shoots his films in both film and digital, he prefers to shoot film, as it lends more of a, quote, big movie experience to the films. And here's a bonus one. At the end of his career as a director, whenever that may be, Snyder hopes that he will continue to produce films. However, until then, he feels like directing is the best job in the world. Quote, there is no better job. I've never had another job, but I still think it's the best fucking thing there is because look, we get to run around all day and say, you fight him, alright, fucking fight him back, film that. That's awesome. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Movies. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.